Hey guys, it's Mr. Wulfy, and we're back with some more Earth Crest, and this is the code. You go to the continue screen and you type in this code, and bada bing, bada boom, you press end, and then you're back to where we were. So, let's see, this should be, everything we had should still be intact, and we were going to go to this section first, I believe. Let's see, what does the overmap say? Yeah, this is the place we should be going. I mean, we could go either way. But what we'll actually be getting out of here will be more conducive to where we should be going. I don't know. We're probably gonna do it like a half and half because we need a certain crest before we fight the main boss of this map because he's friggin' hard and I hate fighting him, and I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. We'll see how I play it. Because I may change things up. But we'll definitely get most of the secret items out of here. Just to make the rest of the game easier. Now there's these thorns in the ground, and of course the thorns hurt you. And there's these plant vines that you can't break through. And I'll go ahead and reveal that nothing we have access to right now can break it. So we'll just fly around them and ignore them. And this level has a very bad tendency to have frame rate drops. I don't know why, other than the fact that there's just too much stuff on screen. Now, oh, we did it. Ah, totally cheaped it. Oh, I've never cheaped it, I don't think. That's awesome. Well, we got a free urn without getting the item that smashes those vines, so shoot, we're already like that much further than we would be. Alright, so there's a couple different ways to do this part. I'm gonna fly, even though it's a, what am I doing with my life? By zoom. I have buster powers. Alright. It's really kind of tricky to not get hit here. Because these bats at some point come down before you can realize they're there. Crap. I just realized... can I do this without dying? I just realized I didn't have a ginseng or anything. So that was pretty much suicide what I just tried to do there. There's a item down there. I think we're just gonna go ahead and ignore that item until we get the proper crests and maybe enough health to keep us alive whilst doing that. Alright, so that was a big fire monster thing, and it has come and set everything on fire. The canopy is now our biggest enemy. Dropping fireballs. Ah! Yeah, it's okay. We actually want to die here. And you'll see why in a moment. Oh well, never mind. We have to go to a different area first. But anyway, when you come back from here, from a different area and come back to this area, the fire is actually gone. The canopy has burned away. And that's how we get a heart piece up in the air above us. Alright, these little guys right here aren't that big a deal. Just shoot them a few times and they'll die. Now these guys, you can break their armor with the buster and then they go like mad and attack you. It's not that big a deal. It's our first real foray into being able to kill them without getting behind them. So we have a few more abilities we gain later on that allow us to do the same thing. So here is a talisman, our first talisman. It is the skull talisman. And if I'm not mistaken, the skull makes enemies drop more health. It's either enemies drop more health or more... No, it's not gold. I think yeah, it's going to be more health. Okay. So there's a couple different talismans, or well, 5 different, and 2 of them are extremely good, and a couple of them are pretty good, and then one of them is next to useless, at least for us. Talismans, though, are one of your best items. Like they're more useful than any of the spells you get. All right, so this guy's first form is pretty much cake, but his second form is going to kill me, and I'm just going to let it happen and then go back and start the level from scratch. just because it makes the fight so much easier. And the Buster's really the only thing that hurts him significantly right here. The Earth Crest doesn't do that much more damage than the Buster, so it's easier just to be this and be able to shoot twice as fast and fly. But he's going to kill me, like I said. So what we're actually going to do is, because the canopy burns away, we're going to go back to select a stage. We're going to go to a different place. We're actually going to go to the other level that we can go to first, because you get, well, I don't want to reveal too much, but you get some useful powers from this area, and the bosses aren't that much harder, and the level itself isn't that much harder, so it's actually worth it to, you know, grind out that little extra effort on a higher level. And like I said, nothing is set in stone as far as your order of operations in this game. They did a very good job of that. Ah! Spiky things. This part sucks because it's hard to regulate. Okay, so I need to select the Buster. And you can't hurt these guys. They just come out and hit you. Okay, so we're gonna get another urn. We just about got all our urns. That's cool. We can go farm some gold. In fact, probably later, off camera, I'm going to farm some money and get some. I'm gonna stock up on potions and maybe even spells, just to show you what the spells can do. Because they really, I guess there's one spell that's useful beyond the kill everything spell, and I'll probably get one of those to show you how it works later. But you have to have a surplus of money to use it, because have you ever played Final Fantasy X? I'm sure you have. Most people have. But the enemy, or the Aeon called Yojimbo, he, you know, you pay him and he does moves. There's a little imp that you can summon that attacks enemies, and he takes gold from you as you do, so that happens. Now, we could go to the right here, and there is a boss, but we can also jump in this tornado, and that's what I'm going to do for now, because what we get out of this level here with the tornado is extremely awesome. Like, just good. It's like my favorite crest. And you're going to see in a second. Alright, we're going to do a little trick here. It's not really so much a trick as that guy's slightly weak to the Earth Crest. So I just put on a little extra damage early on. So we're just going to fight our second format of Hippogriff here. And he has like one extra move, if I'm not mistaken. And he's a little more aggressive, and he's got more health. But other than that, he's pretty much the exact same fight. He's going to do that move a good bit. Ah! I feel ashamed that I'm even getting hit by this guy. But at least he's turning pink, which means he's about to die. Yeah! Alright, so that was short, simple, and easy. Getting those 2 or 3 extra hits with the Earth Crest early on made that fight take like half as much time. But we beat him the same way as we did earlier, and instead of dropping a heart piece in this case, he just drops a full health item. And then we go on and enter this castle, which I don't understand. I mean, I get we came through a tornado and came down to this bridge, I guess. I don't know. Magic tornadoes, who, you know, it's just like Legend of Zelda. Where do they really come from and where do they go? Doesn't matter. It's just where it takes you that matters. So we gotta climb this tower. It's kind of neat. I like the music here, like a lot, actually. It's one of my favorite themes in the entire game. Alright, so there's several items we're going to be able to pick up in this part right here. First thing we're going to do is drop to the very bottom. Very bottom. Those things suck because you can't kill them. They just come and smash you. And we're going to break all these little statues. And I got the Skull Crest, so it's going to drop like a ton of health items. And we get the Crown Crest, which is, or Talisman, which is the exact opposite of Skull in that it gives you extra money, which is very useful because we want money, because money lets us buy stuff. Alright, so we're gonna super quick climb this wall here before these things come and hit us, because I hate these things. They come and explode wherever they saw you last. And we get a Vellum. Alright, when you're sitting here floating, there's like an air draft, so it pushes you up. See, that's how we're able to fly right there. I didn't explain that, and you probably couldn't tell by looking. So that happened. And now, like, just about every time we kill something is going to drop money. So that's going to be useful. And urns and things that we smash are also going to drop extra money. So, just all good. Alright, so we're stocking up on good stuff. And now we're going to go around this corner, and who do we see but our old buddy General Arma. And some pip-tight new green and orange duds, man. I mean, that's like styling, man. Alright, so he's like, nice to see you again. I'm not going to show you any mercy. I think we showed him mercy last time, but however he wants to roll this. So the best thing to do is just smash his face in with the buster. He does have an extra move, and his extra move is very annoying. And he's probably about to do it. Yeah, nope. That's just his normal blast. Now, the Earth Crest actually does more damage to him here. But it's very hard to hit him with it, so I'm just going to stick with the Buster because it's just as good to get 2 or 3 small hits in as it is to get one big one in this instance. Alright, he's about half dead, I think. And he hasn't done his big move yet. So he's about to get fancy. He's about to get fancy. And we're not going to be able to... we can't really... Here he is. Alright, it's best to just sit there and let that take you up and then fly, because it drags you into him. Alright, Arma. It drags you into it, and it's really hard to control yourself. Ugh, he's almost dead. Like, he's very close at this point. Rarely do I die to this form of Arma, just because the Buster is so efficient at fighting bosses like that, because of the ability to shoot extra fast. So that's, I mean, it's not that big a deal, really. Alright, so he's all upset because his Whirlwind move is beat. What are you? I'm friggin' Firebrand. I'm the Red Blaze. I've saved the Demon World. This is like the 3rd time we're doing this. Let's go. Alright, so he drops a crest. Now, what crest is it going to be? It's the goddamn Air Crest, which is my favorite, and we become Aerial Gargoyle, and we can fly. And by fly, I mean literally you are able to actually fly finally, which is woohoo! Alright, so what we're going to do now is go back to this level, and we're going to exploit the Air Crest, which is what I'm going to pretty much do for the rest of the game, because it's the most awesome thing ever. Anytime that I can, I'm going to be in air form. Because you no longer need to cling. You just do this. And this is what he can do instead of headbutting. So, I no longer have my headbutt ability. And there's the added drawback of being unable to cling to walls. But you don't need to cling to walls when you can do this anyway, so it's not that big a deal. So we're just going to do this and basically cheap out the rest of the game. Although I don't consider it cheap because, I mean, we earned this. His attack is very powerful, but a lot of stuff is immune to it. So you're not going to find too many enemies where it just is ultra effective against. Also, any kind of air drafts that would normally push Firebrand around no longer affect the aerial gargoyle. Now, I can't smash these guys' armor off, which is unfortunate, but it's cool. We'll get past him and be done with it. Alright, we're going to go destroy this boss with the air form, because the air is his weakness, and it's actually the weakness of several bosses that we have access to right now. Alright. let's get this guy. Now this guy is called the Flyer, and we're gonna fight a couple of different forms of him throughout the game. This is the first form, and he's pretty much a breeze with the Air Crest anyway. You can stand on his back and stuff, which is cool, but he's really hard to hit for some reason. There we go. He doesn't take very long at all with the Air Crest active. As you can see, he's already turning pink. If I had just the Buster, that would have taken quite a bit longer. So I mean, just absolute smash face powers with the Air Crest. And he drops the piece of the Fire Crest called Claw. Now Claw is kind of neat. It's got the same damage ratio as the Buster or the regular Fire Breath. And if there's a wall of like spikes, it allows you to make like a sticky wall that you can stick to, and like so you can shoot a big blob onto the spikes and use it as a clinging surface. So it's kind of neat in its own way. Now we've defeated the everything we have to in that section. So now what we're going to do is go back here, and we're going to use the Air Crest to further exploit our abilities and go fight the little Fire Lord dude. Now we could go down here, and we're going to do that eventually, but first we're going to fight the Fire Lord, because I like getting rid of him, getting him out of the way, because he's an annoyance. Also, the breaking through that wall, it's kind of a tough area back there. There's a boss that's not that hard. It's just the area itself is very tricky because it's a water level, and you know, not having water powers yet can be a hassle. Although, you know, to be honest, what we could do is just wait, because you don't really get anything super special out of there. We can wait till we have the Water Crest. That'd be cool. Which, yeah, like hashtag spoiler, there is a Water Crest. Alright, so we couldn't get this normally with the canopy being there on fire. So now we can, and we got it. We're able to fly up over all this stuff. And with the Air Crest, we're going to just have no problem with the fire guy hardly at all either. Like, it's not necessarily his weakness, but what it is it allows us to bypass most of his abilities to hit us. And also, he can't do that attack anymore. I mean, those little Firebirds no longer hit the canopy and cause us issues. Woo! Frame rate drops. What in the world? Okay, we're smashing this guy, smashing this guy. Alright, so you can keep hitting him here right here. Best thing to do is just fly up above him and then drop down to a level where you can hit him. That way he can never hit you with that little fire drop attack, because it's very hard to escape. Now this is going to take a little bit. I mean, because I'm not doing extra damage per se. I'm doing about as much as the Earth Crest fully, like, on the ground would do. Which in this case doesn't even factor in because you can't hit him with it. But yeah. Alright, so he's dead. That is so much faster and easier than using the Buster. Like, it took me forever to find this. I mean, who thinks to jump in that little tornado? It took me forever to find the Air Crest the first few times I played this game. It took me a long time to actually beat this game 100% because I didn't know where so many things were. But anyway, now we have the piece of the Fire Crest called Tornado. So we're filling up our crest abilities pretty effectively. Alright, so check this out. Go to the pause screen and more levels have opened up. But before we do that, we're going to actually go back here. I know I said I was going to wait, but I got about 30 minutes. And I'm just going to commit to beating this section. I'm going to show you what these crests do in the meantime. The tornado, you can't actually... I mean, I think it does damage to certain enemies, but... yeah, most enemies are immune to it. You can't break stuff with it. All it really does is make you a platform. So it's kind of neat in its own way. Claw is like Buster, as I said, except it gives you the ability to make spiky wall climbing spots. actually, in a funny set of circumstances, Claw is very effective against the first form of the final boss. Kind of like any Mega Man game, you know, like the worst ability that you gain is always the one that is the weakness of the boss. It's kind of weird how that works. Alright, so we're gonna do this so we can cut through here. See if I can show you how the claw sticks. Well, it's not gonna stick there. Anyway, we're gonna go in here and check this out. Now, as I said, this level sucks because there's water that rises and falls. So we're gonna be committed to going through here pretty slow in order to survive the water. I'm gonna stick to Buster, just because the Buster gives us the ability to hit things on a different level than us more effectively. Alright, we're gonna wait for a second. I'm gonna play it kind of safe here because... Shoot. Are you serious? Because I really hate getting hurt by water. I should probably just wait till the water crest is available. What is going on with that? You serious? Ah, screw it. We're just gonna do this as quick and efficiently as possible. Alright, there's really nothing down below us in this particular section. We get another Vellum, which that is, we got 1 urn and 1 Vellum left to find. 3 talismans, so talismans are where we're lacking the most. That's for sure. Oh, it hurts a little bit, but it's worth it. Okay. Now we're able to get up out of this section. Alright, now we're gonna have to... I'm gonna put on the Skull Talisman, because we need to farm a little bit of health, because I'm gonna try to do a suicide run and get a special item here in a second. And it's actually underwater. Alright. Why am I getting all this money but no... It's unfortunate. No health item at all? Jeez. I can't beat the boss without a health item either. I guess I should just do a suicide run after all. If I die, I'll have full health at least. Because this boss isn't hard, especially I'm going to use the Earth Crest and just murder him. Okay, I'll just go back through there one more time and maybe I'll get enough health items to survive this underwater part. All I gotta do is get through a door that's downstairs. Which isn't that big a deal. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Stupid fish is gonna kill me. Are you serious, fish? That fish is getting on my nerves. Okay, we're gonna get a couple more health because we're gonna have to be able to survive getting in there, and then we get a heart piece out of it, and that'll keep us alive to get back out. Usually, that's the best case scenario. If I can just get like 1 more health, I think that'll be enough. Or 2 now that I've been hit because I've misjudged my distance. Man, I'm sucking at this, guys. I'm making it look like I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm only like awesome. Go through entire levels without getting hit once and everything. Alright, 1 more heart piece is all I'm gonna need here. And they're not gonna give it to me. Yeah, no, nobody. I get the money. I can buy a heart piece, maybe. If I left the level, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry, you guys have to bear witness to this travesty of boringness. I hate watching people farm on these things. Alright, we're going in. You can do it, Firebrand. Ah. Okay. If you go past that area, you actually go to a doorway. Where the at the beginning of the level, kind of, you can go underwater and open the other side of that door. So it's just made for the water crest, but you can, you know, cheap shot it that way. This guy hates the Earth Crest. Although he hits kind of hard, so he's actually hitting me. Pretty sure this guy's immune to the Air Crest, so you pretty much have to, you can't cheat this one out. And after this guy dies, then the top part is just, I mean, we just like, get up and fight! And he's like, oh my god, what are you doing to me? And then you smash his face in, because the Earth Crest is pretty stout when something's ground-based like that. Pretty much own the world. Alright, so that's everything in these sections. We have beaten another 2-ish levels. And we've got 1, 2, 3. I think what we'll do now is I got a little bit of time left, and I'm going to go ahead and get the last, or well, one of the last major crests. We're not going to beat this level fully yet. I'm going to save the other half for later, but what I'm going to do is go up here. Just fly as high as you can. Get the final urn, which, yay, you know, urn. And we're going to go all the way across here until we get to a special place. And it's kind of a long trip. And there's all kinds of stuff going on down there. And when I come play the level legit, I'll show you all the stuff that's below us. I'm just going to kind of cheese this area with the Air Crest. Okay, so we're in like an ice level, which normally I hate ice levels. Oh, let me show you what the claw looks like at least while I'm here. See, so you can do that. Sweet, huh? Alright. So you could... The game is set up so that as long as you have the right pieces of the Fire Crest, you can do the entire game as just regular Firebrand and just uses different crest abilities. And it's kind of neat like that. Let's see, we gotta smash these doors with our head. Pretty metal. One has a room like this where we can get cool stuff like this. And we're gonna smash through all this ice because I think there's a health over here. Yeah. We're well on our way, guys. We're like getting everything here. Gonna have to get used to that. There's a headbutt game where you gotta smash skulls, kind of like a whack-a-mole thing with your headbutt ability, but it's so freaking hard to beat the... I'm not even gonna be able to show it to you on camera because it's gonna make me be so enraged within like 10 minutes of trying to do it. Because I'm just not... I'm never able to do it easy. It's always a mess. Alright. Alright. Showed out a little bit with the Earth Crest, and now we're going to go back to how we were doing. Alright, so the boss of this section is weak once again to the Air Crest. Or not actually weak so much as the abilities the Air Crest possesses make up for pretty much everything regarding the damage ratios of every other crest that you could use. So we fight our second round of the flyer here. And he's a little tougher, no special moves that are different, no more aggressive behavior, anything like that, just more health. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that much more health anyway. He's one of those enemies though that like you can't spam on. So that makes him a little bit more challenging than like a hippogriff or half the other bosses. But he's already starting to turn a little pink, so I mean we got him in the bag here. Yep, that's it. Alright. So now he's gonna fall. He's gonna fall roughly where we are, and he'll drop a full health item, and then we'll go on to the next little section here, which will be another place where we gotta use fire. Yay! Not yay, actually. That's me joking, because I hate this stuff. For one, because you can't just use whatever you want to use. You have to commit to particular crests and things. Kill the crap out of those guys before I light this up, because there's a secret here somewhere. It's where one of the I think it's... No, it's not where the last Bellum is. Surely it's just a... Yeah, here it is. I think it's just a health item. Let's see. Gotta use the Earth Crest to smash it. Oh no, it's like... Yes, we've been looking for this. Okay, guys. Very important. Oh, what am I doing? This is the second most... Well, actually, probably the most useful talisman in the game is the Armor Talisman. The Armor Talisman gives us twice as much defense. And by that, I mean literally, you know, the little health up there? Enemies that would normally do 1 health's worth of damage now just do half, and it, like, the little circle gets smaller. So we gain a very useful ability by wearing it with no adverse effects. So why not use it? So the ability, having the ability to take extra damage. And you can see an example of it there, is that's gonna come in pretty friggin' handy, especially against this boss, because he hits really hard. And who is it but Arma again, old General Arma, and he's got some pretty thick looking armor this time. Wonder what this is all about. This is our final meeting. Well, good, because I was getting tired of you. We're gonna go no further. He'll destroy me or die trying. Well, I think I know which one I'd rather him do. And we pretty much just outfly him here, because now we can finally compete with him in the air. And it takes a little while. He's got a lot of health. And he's got a couple more moves that he's about to break out that are actually highly damaging. But since we got, you know, our gear that we needed, a better talisman and a stronger crest, we shouldn't have much trouble with it. Whew. That attack right there is extremely damaging. You do not want it to hit you. Like, even with the crest or talisman I have on, it does like 4 points of damage. So we can just keep doing this if we're careful about it. And in this fight, he actually does change color, so we'll be able to tell when he's getting ready to die. Somebody's calling me here. I'm just gonna let it happen. Oh, and we beat him. Sweet cookies. Alright, so he's like, you do possess incredible power, Firebrand. My power is now yours. Let me seal it within this crest. So he basically says, okay, you beat me fair and square. We're done here. I'm going to lock my power into this crest and add it to yours. And so we pick up their mighty Time Crest. And we can morph into the L Gargoyle, which L stands for Legendary. And your skin shall become like iron and decrease the damage on you by half. Now, that has the same basic effect as the... and we'll go back to this area before we go anywhere else. That has the same basic effect as the... talisman of... what you call it? The armor talisman. So that's cool. And this is the legendary gargoyle. It shoots a huge ball of like highly damaging energy. And it can be used for multiple things. I mean, it smashes stuff. He has the headbutt ability of the normal Firebrand too. This is your strongest basic form that you can get in the game. And notice that my health is green. That's because my armor is doubled. So with the armor talisman and this particular crest activated, I have 4 times as much health. So this is the way to play the game, really, and you know, when you want to really do your best work. Alright, so this guy gets upset because I'm effectively the legendary Firebrand. And we're gonna die and get our password, and then we're gonna go back to that other level on the next playthrough. So I'm gonna show you just how much damage I can take. See how slow it is, like, hitting me? So let's go back to normal Firebrand and take that off, and then we'll just watch. Hey, looks like my health came back. Alright guys, so I'm just going to do this and then get my password, and then pretty much I'll just see you next time. But this has been Mr. Wulfy, and I hope you're enjoying this series. Be sure to tell any friends and anybody that, you know, likes retro games, or if you just wanted to see anything different, feel free to tell me in the comments. Show this to people, share it on your Twitter feed, share it on your Facebook, any of that. That'd be great. And I will keep these coming up, and then I'll play some other games. Just tell me in the comments also if you are interested in seeing other games and what you're interested in seeing, because I'm a fan of retro stuff mostly. I mean, I'll play some newer stuff here and there, but I'd rather just stick to Super Nintendo, Sega, N64, that kind of thing. You know, that's my genre. That's where I really do my best work. But anyway, guys, this has been Mr. Wulfy. Peace out. Love you guys. Have a good night.